Hey, welcome to the podcast, ELEV8 podcast here. Look, we don't have any sponsors yet. So guess what? The way you can help us out, just go ahead and like it, subscribe, and share it with your friends. That's all we're asking you to do. Plain and simple. Too easy. Help us help you. All right, today we have a special guest from Laredo, Texas. Maybe the zip code 78041, but not sure yet. Anyways, could be 40.
6.
Oh, 46, yeah.
Or it might be 3. I don't really know. One of those.
It's one of those three. Could be 5 or 6. But look here, we have Alyssa Guerra here today. She came to the lab maybe about 2 years ago, running track for Nixon High School here. And she took a liking to the training and took off with it, literally. And she actually jumped in on our intern program, and she's actually doing that. She's worked with us this summer. Last summer, will work with us this summer, and the summer before that, she ran. And we went to her meets in the summer in the nice, beautiful South Texas heat. 115 on the track, black track. Born and raised in Laredo, and it's gonna be a shocker for you guys what we're gonna talk about today, because not most people. She's super sweet, super nice, and the last thing that you would think is like, she'll probably whip your ass. So, having said that, I introduce Alyssa Guerra from Laredo, Texas, Nixon High School. Alyssa, welcome to the podcast, ELEV8 podcast. And I know, like, Danny's not, Danny's in the back scenes today, just listening to what we have to say. But look here. You were born in Laredo? Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And so tell us about your childhood. How was your childhood? Elementary, middle school. How was that?
Elementary, I went to, different than everyone, really. Everyone's always like, wow, you went there. I went to a private school. I went to Blessed Sacrament School. I wasn't really, I would play sports there and everything, but it was just like little games, not really anything. Not like how public schools are, like it's actually a thing. And then middle school, I moved to public school. I moved to Lamar. And I played basketball, volleyball, and track.
Oh, nice.
I did those 3. And then during like my 7th grade year, I stopped playing basketball. I didn't really like it. I was just playing just because. And then 8th grade, I just did volleyball and track. Okay. And then moving on to high school, I played volleyball I went to Nixon. I played volleyball my freshman. And then I think sophomore year was when COVID hit. So that's when I ended up just deciding I just want to focus on track.
Right.
I found my love for that sport rather than the other ones. Like, I think I found that I like to work on my own instead of like
group sessions.
Yeah, because like also with karate, it's really just myself, and track is also it's you versus you.
Yeah.
And I stopped sophomore year, junior year. We didn't even run sophomore year. Like we had like a couple meets, and then we were off. Junior year, we didn't run till towards the end, I think, or. I don't even think did we run?
It was March, and
yeah,
maybe it was April, May, or March, April, something like that.
We had a couple meets, and then senior year, that was when I started coming to ELEV8 when I was about to be a senior. So the summer going into my senior year.
Yeah.
And
so how did you find out about ELEV8?
ELEV8, one of my friends, I was supposed to come for one of your summer speed camps, right?
Yeah, summer speed.
One of my friends had been here before.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be a group of us 3 coming in here for the summer.
Gotcha.
And my mom had signed me up or whatever, because everyone had signed up. But then, like, last minute, the other 2 girls I was supposed to do it with, they, like, they didn't end up wanting to do it. So their parents, like, said no. They got their money back, I think. And my mom was like, nope, I already paid for it. Like, my mom is super, like, once I commit to something,
you're done.
I have to do it. Like, she's like, I already paid. I'm not going to go through that again. She said, I think you'll really like it. And, like, honestly, I don't like doing things by myself. Like, I was super, like, I'm really shy.
Right.
So coming here the first day, I was super nervous.
Right.
Like, I don't like to meet new people, anything like that. And I thank my mom every day for making me stay here because
Mhm.
it's the best decision I've ever made, honestly. Like,
Mhm.
it's helped me grow so much. And um, I started here with that. I ended up running. I think when I first started coming, I wouldn't train. I would train, but not like weightlifting.
Right.
I was just running because that's what I signed up for. And I ended up really liking it. I met awesome people. Like,
Mhm.
it was awesome being with an environment with people that also want the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
just
So you
goals.
found that the athletes here were like-minded.
Mhm.
You know, putting in the work, grinding, putting their head down, and getting to work. Unlike, you know, I was talking to Danny in one of the podcasts was that, you know, if you want to work out, that's awesome. You know, you want to stay lean, you want to stay in shape, etc. Yeah, but that's Gold's Gym. That's you know, some of the other commercial gyms around town.
Mhm.
But if you want to train with intent, that's Elevate. If you want to go
That's
next
huge.
level, and that's for anything. You
Mhm.
know, did you get to participate in any of the mind and mobility classes
No.
we had?
No, I
No,
didn't. I
that was
wasn't here
before
yet.
your
Yeah.
time. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that COVID thing. You know, well, let me say COVID, that C19 thing. Um,
Messed up everything.
yeah, it really did. So you know, when we tried to come back, you know, we were so busy inside, we didn't have any help because a
Mhm.
lot of the parents were not allowing some of that college athletes to come and help.
Yeah.
So it was just, you know, Lindsay and myself, and it made it very difficult. But having said that, you competed in that summer
Mhm.
of your junior year. Is that true?
Yeah,
The
I ran a
AAU.
couple, yes, with the
Okay.
AAU with you guys, and it was super fun. Like,
Yeah.
I never experienced anything like that. I didn't even know, honestly, that was a thing. I
Yeah.
thought it was really just you run in high school. I never even imagined like doing that. It
Yeah.
just happened. Like, all these opportunities that are here at Elevate, like,
Right.
it's crazy. And so when I started running, I noticed a super big difference from literally just the summer.
Right.
And that's that. I think there was 2 a days, and I couldn't even make one. I was just going in the afternoons, I think. I
Right.
wasn't there for the morning sessions. And it still helped me. So I can imagine how it would have been different if I had done both or
Mm-hmm.
just anything. And I noticed a big difference in my time in the 400.
Right.
I think I dropped like 3 seconds in the summer
Oh wow.
from just the summer.
Wow.
And yeah, and then that's when I hated the 400.
Yeah.
I thought I would just run
Most
the 200.
people do.
Yeah.
It's the
But
hardest race.
mhm.
Yeah.
In my senior year, I was actually contributed a lot to the 4x4 in our Nixon team.
Sweet.
So that like helped me a lot, and I actually enjoyed it. And when I hated it, I still hated it running, but but being able to
It's
see
that
the
love-hate
progress.
relationship, Alyssa.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
you love to hate it,
Yeah.
but it's fun.
It was really fun. And then
Yeah.
when I met Abby, she was like one of the people that really like changed my whole perspective on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's a super hard worker, and look at her now. Like, she's
Yeah.
over there running D1.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Abby's got a funny story. Lindsay's like, hey, George, can you take over with her programming because I have so many kids. And I was like, yeah, just let Abby know. So Abby comes to me and goes, George, I'm here. I'm ready to train. I'm like, all right, how do you feel? I feel good. So long story short, we trained about third week in. I'm like, hey, how do you feel today? She goes, really good. Okay, we're deadlifting then. Well, one thing led to another. I said, hey, how do you feel? Because she was picking up the weight like super easy, like 265, 275, 285. Long story short. She's like, I feel good. I said, you know what? It's a PR day, isn't it? She goes, oh, yeah, I feel real good. Well, anyways, she hit 565 on the deadlift.
She's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane
Mhm.
numbers. But you hadn't really trained,
No,
huh?
I
You
didn't.
hadn't lifted the weights, huh?
I mean, in school we would lift weights, but not
Not like here.
like here, like training,
Yeah.
or like sport specific. I didn't even really know that was a thing.
Yeah. So definitely, absolutely. You know,
Mhm.
the runners, like we had this one kid, he was at Alexander and he was up against some other kid from United, and the kid from United had ran all his life. And this kid from Alexander, he was just doing it for fun because he had this was a hobby, if you will, and he was really fast. So we trained him. Long story short, he ended up running in the 100 at 10.8. Crazy. Missed it by 1/10 of a 100-second to beat the kid or to tie
Wow.
the kid. So it was crazy. And, you know, when they put in the work, like he would never miss. They put in the work. We
Mhm.
knew that we were doing the right thing for him to succeed. And
That's
this
all
is a
it
kid that
takes.
just picked up running just for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he had a lot of potential. Actually, in college, they wanted him to run,
Oh, wow.
but he was like, "No, I'm going to focus on this other thing that I do."
Mm.
But so yeah, so you ran, so you ran summer AAU.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the chance to run that Austin Coach O, that Austin Coach O?
Coach. Oh yes,
Yeah,
I did. That
nice
the one
and
in
hot.
Black Track.
Yeah, the black
Yeah.
track when it was like freaking
That
150
one was really
degrees.
fun, and like the track environment is just awesome. Like even my mom, when she would go, she'd be like, "I love this." Like the parents there are just awesome, and like
Yeah,
seeing everyone just running. For
it's a
fun.
great environment, but it's so in South Texas. It's so
Yeah.
hot, man. It's so hot, and you just gotta.
George is out there wearing all black.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? But I'm wearing my holy all black. You know, it's a mesh long sleeve, so I don't get burnt. You know,
okay.
because then I will get really dark. Yeah, you know me. I'm afraid of that cancer. So you did that. So then the fall of your senior year, you're like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I did. I ran around my whole high school years. I was always in all of the relays.
Okay.
I never really got a chance to run an open event. So during the summer, that helped me like focus on the open events because there's really no relays.
Okay.
And I loved the 200.
Okay.
So I was able to run that
Sweet.
my senior year. I ran the 4x1, 200, and 4x4.
Nice.
So that was really fun, like being able to see my own time, like, because also like that was kind of the only one I had individually.
Right.
Because if you're on a relay, like it's
It's
team
tough.
effort.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's not like really just you. So I was able to see how I was doing in the 200, and I would come here. I would wake up. I would come here in the morning at like 5,
Mm-hmm.
go to school. I had athletics in like 11. I would work out there, weight training. We would weight train, and then after school I had practice, and then same thing Monday through Thursday.
That's crazy. That's a crazy schedule. So tell me about this. So you went through the fall, 5 a.m. calls, wake up calls. You're in here training. You're grinding, as we say. You grinded it out. So then you went to the winter track, which basically is our December when you guys are out of school and we get on the track. Did you get on the track then too?
Winter track.
Yeah, it was December.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When
So
we were training for indoor, right?
right.
Yes.
Then that was where I was going with this.
Indoor,
Yeah. So did you get the opportunity to run any of the events? Yeah. Which one did you run?
I ran at Texas Tech and.
Mm-hmm. How'd you like it?
A&M.
Oh,
College Station.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
It's so different because the track's different, everything's different. I've never experienced anything like that. And then the people you're running against, it's everyone from around the world. I would talk to some people there, and they're like, "Oh, I'm from like all the way over here."
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I just think that Laredo has a lot of athletes. It's just I feel like they're not being trained properly. I think that they're not. The fear of losing.
Yeah.
And that's what makes success sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna lose along the way. You're gonna lose a lot more than you win, and that's what makes it bittersweet. So, yeah, you're going up against the second fastest time in the nation. Okay, yeah. So what? I got on the line and I did it. And I did what I had to do.
Yeah, that really taught me how to be against myself only because obviously I'm not going to be up there where they are.
Yeah, because
they've
been doing it since they were 2 years old, 3 years old. Yeah. And track in South Texas is not really a big thing. It really isn't.
It's not.
It really isn't. And it's and that's why we started the summer speed. That's why we started that, because we saw that there was interest. Our first summer speed class. There's pictures around there. I'm sure that Lindsay has them somewhere. But maybe on one of our social media platforms, there's pictures of our first team ever assembled.
Mm-hmm.
We ran at UTSA. In the summer, we probably had about 20.
Really?
20 kids that ran.
Wow.
20.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and the last team we had, which was what you were a part of, I think there was probably like 6, 7, 8 of y'all. Yeah, it was a big difference, man.
But it was a lot of people that really wanted it.
Yes. That's the thing. It was people that were dialed in.
Yeah.
People that were dialed in, definitely dialed in. And so you ran Texas Tech, you had that experience, you ran A&M, you had that experience, and then your season started.
Yeah. Started.
Uh-huh.
Started good. We made it all the way to, we broke our school records, like a lot, our school hadn't gone to, I don't even think, regionals before in like, I don't know how long. So senior year, we made it to regionals.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the farthest I think Nixon girls has gone in a while as a relay. Because
Okay.
I really would have some individually, like, individual person go, but a relay, that was really fun. And we were in 6A. And
Wow.
before then, Nixon was always a 5A school.
Right.
So it was against like the smaller
big
schools.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6A was against the big schools.
Yeah.
And it was a major difference. Like you could see all the team that, I don't know, like Alexander United had. And
Mhm.
compared to our team, it was way less. Like we only made it to 6A for like 3 students.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how. So it was
Yeah.
it was a huge difference. Like even for football, like I know that
Oh, yeah.
the team, like everyone, other schools have people to sub out, you know, like
Right.
do that. Over
Not
here,
at
no.
Nixon.
Mm-mm.
No, you're all in.
Yeah.
Literally all in. Yeah. So once you did that at Nixon,
Mm-hmm.
you did that. You went to regionals, and then what?
I wasn't really. I love track. Like I
Mhm.
think I feel like if I would have started a little bit sooner,
Right.
just to get more confidence in myself,
Mhm.
I feel like I needed to work on my mindset a lot.
Mhm.
Like I wasn't really confident in myself or what I could do if I were to go college.
Mhm.
So then after track finished in high school, I was like I don't even think that's really what I want to do. I feel like if I wanted to do it,
Mhm.
I would have already been like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Like for example, Abby, like she knew that's what she wanted to do.
Right.
So I'll be like, do I really want to do it? Like, do I picture myself doing this for another 4 years or I don't? And I honestly didn't. So
Okay.
I kept coming here because I
Right.
love this. Like I love ELEV8
Right.
and I like to train. I like to work out. And one day I told you
Mhm.
that this is actually what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
extremely grateful for you because as soon as I said that, like the next day you already told me, oh, you need this, you need these books. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And you helped me.
Yeah. And then,
Teaching.
Danny's papi, Bezos, went ahead and got you the book for Christmas. Mhm. Yeah, I
Amazon.
saw that. Yeah.
I got them all.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. And then you started studying, you started doing that thing so that you could become a performance coach, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You helped me learn different types of phases of a workout, everything. And I found a lot of interest in that. So, like, I find a lot of interest in that. And I'm glad that I continue to stay here. Like, even from
Mhm.
when I first started, like,
Right.
I thank my mom every day for making me stay here.
Right.
Because I wouldn't be here without, like, her telling me, like, I started something, like, you have to finish it.
Right.
Like,
Well, you didn't realize the finish line is like decades from now, right?
yeah.
You didn't
I'm
realize
still
that
not
part.
done.
Yeah.
Still not done.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, hey, something funny. Well, not funny, but something that, like, I'm going to say a lot of people don't know about you. Tell me what happened at 2 years old or 3 years old when you were a baby.
2 years old, I started doing karate.
Karate.
My
Yeah.
family owns my grandpa really started it.
Okay.
He started a karate business.
Okay.
Guerra's karate.
Okay.
And even when I was in my mom would teach. So
Right.
when I was in a carrier, she would have me there with the classes, working out. So I guess I've always seen that. Like
Right.
I've always known it. And I started actually practicing karate when I was 2 years old. And I started with, I think my mom was my first instructor.
Right.
And
How
then
how was that?
it was okay.
Do you remember?
I don't remember much of it. but
Mom, you were just a blur, but I'm giving
she's
you
the
credit.
reason.
Shout
She's
out.
the reason.
Right.
Yes. And then I remember more training with my uncle. I started competing a lot.
Okay.
I was super into it. I was like, that's really what I love to do. I would
Mhm.
compete all the time. We had like a tournament team
Mhm.
and we would go out of town all the time, different tournaments. I would train with him. Like that's also when I realized I do like to work out because
Mhm.
I was already working out at like 5 years old. Like he
Wow.
would make me run, like lift weights, and it helped me a lot. He's a super good instructor. And like when I was 6 and 7,
Right.
in the 6 and 7-year-old division, and 8 and 9, I was a world champion. I competed in Florida against like a bunch of people. Like I was so like
Say that again. You're a world champion.
2-time world champion.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Well, I was little, but
It don't matter. World champion is a world champion.
uh-huh. And then when I got into, I was like, I loved doing karate. I loved competing. And
Right.
when I got into middle school, that's when I started doing sports, and it was hard to balance like going to karate class and then like practices because it's around the same time. Like, and I didn't really have much time. So my middle school and high school years, I kind of like strayed away from it.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I graduated, I started going back again, and I'm still doing it again. And I want to get to competing again. I'm just like waiting to practice a little more
Right.
because I was out for a while.
Right.
Like, I know I'm not gonna go back and be like the same person that I was. So
Right. Absolutely
it's gonna
not.
take
Yeah.
training, and I'm gonna wait till I'm ready. I'm
Right.
probably gonna go like C1, see how like my division is, because I'm already brown belt now.
Right.
And
So brown belt,
and
right?
18 and older, so now it goes by weight.
Right. Oh,
And
really?
Yeah, it goes
Oh,
by
wow.
weight now, so I have to see
Wow,
who I'm
that's
gonna compete
crazy.
against. Yeah.
So you're gonna fight, and you have a lot of muscle on you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna
Wow.
be like little.
Yeah. So that could,
Yeah.
kind of work against you at some point.
Mhm.
I mean, if it's about the weight. Yeah. So now you're coaching.
Yeah, right now
karate,
when
you
I
coach.
graduated, I started teaching the little kids. I also really have like a love for kids. Like when I was little, I would say, "Oh, like I want to be a pediatrician. Like I
Mhm.
love to work with kids."
All right.
And I was always babysitting. Like
Right.
my tias or anyone would call me. Like I was like 10, and I was babysitting people already.
Right.
And so I knew that I loved kids. So once I graduated, my tia had been waiting to open up the Little Warriors program again. So it's 3 to 6-year-olds that I teach on Wednesdays.
That's
and
awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
Wednesday nights, and it's called what? Rick Guerra's?
Guerra's karate.
All right. And where's that at?
We have one location on Guatemala. It's in the south. That was our first location. That's
Okay.
where my grandma's. So I grew up there, right? My
Right.
grandma. Her house is like connected to the dojo.
The studio. Okay.
So we were at my grandma's house. We were in karate.
Right.
Like we were always there. We literally grew up there.
So Alyssa,
And-
Alyssa karate life. That was it.
Yeah.
Growing up.
literally. We were
Right.
always there. So it was always like a part of us. Like
Right.
that's what we knew. Like each one of my family members does it.
Right.
And there's one location right there at my grandma's house. It's still open. And then I think it's been almost a little more than 10 years that we have the North Dojo open. It's on Shiloh. That's where I teach right now,
Okay.
the Shiloh location.
So you teach
Mhm.
over here in Shiloh Wednesday, Little Warriors.
Mhm.
So is it all karate, or is it like, there's a lot of mixed MMA and all that good stuff?
Yeah. The foundation is really karate. But
Right.
now we've opened like my cousin got it really into like MMA. Also, my
Okay.
uncle he fought MMA for a while.
Okay.
So he does that at the South Dojo. He'll teach like MMA classes or jiu-jitsu. And
Got you.
my cousin over here on the North Dojo, he's getting into it a lot again. So he has an MMA class, and then he does like one-on-ones with like people that just want to like get better. And then the tournament class is like
Okay.
when you practice for the competing, like
Right.
when you compete against.
So he
going out
competes
of
as
town.
well as MMA and all that.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna start training for MMA. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what he
And
wants.
so you're about to get ready to go do some competition as well for yourself,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So you're going to get back into it as well.
Yeah. That's
You're
what
gonna
I'm
kick
training.
So out of high school, what did you go do? Did you go to college? Are you in college
I'm
now?
in college right now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So what, like biology at 2:00 in the afternoon lab where you're falling asleep kind of thing?
Yeah, those labs are crazy.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
need for them to be that long.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
little
3
too
hours,
much.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to get out of that matrix. That's what I try to tell Danny.
Mhm.
you know.
Honestly, yeah. If
Danny,
it was up to me, I wouldn't really
nah, I understand.
want to do it.
So
but
what would you be doing?
this, I really want to focus more and put more time into learning more about like performance training
Okay.
and all of that. I want to get more experience, and really it's kind of hard for me to do that with school. Like I feel like I have to focus more on studying rather than when I can be using my time to do this instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bridge That Poor Dad kind of teaches you that.
The book.
Yeah, the book. That's Danny's favorite book.
Uh-huh.
Him and Luke Belmar are like good friends with that book.
Oh.
Yeah. So, really good book, really beginner book, financial to invest and
I gotta read
understanding
that one.
assets and liabilities. Yeah, it's a really good book. Really good book.
Mhm.
And, it's a very different time than when your mom was growing up.
Yeah.
You don't need that. No, look, I've got my degrees.
Mm-hmm.
You need that degree,
Yeah.
to make your parents happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once you do that, then you can go do what you need to go do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, when they're teaching you in college, like I know this guy in college over here I don't know if you're going to TAMU or what.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
where I'm at.
that's where you're at. Well, yeah, I know this guy that, paid all this money, like, $2,500 per class to go learn about rocks and music, which he's never going to use in his entire life.
Yeah. Really, what am I going to use history for too?
Well, history will repeat itself, but you're learning something that's already happened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I have a friend, like this dude that I know, like he like waits tables and stuff, and like he was talking to some guy, some old man, and this old man, he thought he was gonna get a golden. He thought he was just gonna blow it up. He thought he was gonna invest his whole parents' house on this one stock that this guy was gonna give him. Instead, he gave him, you need to read this magazine called Kiplinger's, and that magazine's like super old. Like that magazine's over 35 years old. I don't even know that they still print it.
I don't know. I haven't seen a magazine in a while.
Yeah. So So like I don't even think they print that magazine anymore. But so you're at the dojo now. You're training the little warrior class. You're doing performance coaching. Is that correct? At ELEV8, right? You're helping out. You're doing the little intern program they got going on, and then so you're getting into summer. So summer is pretty busy at the lab, huh?
I'm excited.
Yeah, we got summer speed coming up. Yeah, no more school, and you can focus 100% on you and learning your craft as becoming a performance coach as well. Hey, there's a lot of opportunity that's going to be coming up your way. The faster you can finish school, the better you're going to be. What are you majoring in school? Kinesiology. Okay, good. And if that path you decide, hey, well, I probably don't want to do that, or I don't not do that, but since you are part of a business, family business, and business is always a good choice as well.
Yeah.
If you ever get tired of the kinesiology, and you're like, nah, I don't know about this.
I don't know about this.
So definitely. So how do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What do you see yourself doing?
I hope to have, already graduated. Just finished my first year of college. So
okay, so you got 3 more years.
3 more years, and then I get to start completely focusing on like what I want to do, really.
Right. And that's become a performance coach?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully by then I'll already really know more.
Okay.
And be able to, take in my own clients or like train people to become like athletes.
Okay. So train athletes. So how about this black belt, that's eluding you? What's up?
Well, since I told you I'd stop, because for that one you have to take the test. Like I have to know a lot of things, and since I was out for a while, I'm having to like relearn a lot of things. Like,
okay.
So one of the main things is like a kata.
Okay.
So I have to learn like 20 of them, and it's just like a set of movements.
Yeah. And
I have to remember all of them. So this summer there's a test. I'm gonna try and test this summer for my black belt. But
gotcha.
I need to get with my tia. She said if I'm not able to make the classes, she'll like work with me.
Right.
We'll train like one-on-one, and that way I could just get it done already, because I'm already getting busy with other things, and I don't want to not get my black belt.
So definitely get your black belt.
I've been at this belt for like 5 years already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can say, what is that they call senseis? So you'll be like Sensei Guerra, another
Alyssa.
Guerra?
Yeah. Alyssa, yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. So black belt, so you could tear up some people.
I got to spar for...
Don't you have to like beat up 3 people or something at the same time?
I spar for an hour and a half straight.
Sweet.
And then
is your tia black belt?
Yeah. My whole family's black belt.
Your mom black belt too?
My mom's black belt. My grandpa. To both my tias, my uncle.
Wow.
And only 2 of my cousins have a black belt right now. We're still missing like 7 more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So I have to do it.
No, you're going to do it. Yeah, you'll get it done. And if you don't get it done in the summer, you'll get it done by the end of the year.
Yeah,
I'm guessing they're sure to have another.
Yeah, there's testings twice a year. So
right. There
summer and then by the end of the year.
There you go. So by 2024,
I'll be a black belt.
You'll be a black belt. That's awesome. Yes. That's really awesome. That dedication. 2 years old. You're probably in diapers. That's a lot of dedication, man. Yeah. That's a lot of dedication. That's a lot of hard work. A lot of grinding. A lot of aching. Yeah.
And taught me a lot of things too. Like one of the main things that we implement is like discipline, respect, and like that has helped me grow like into who I am today. Because I feel like without like that background that I had, I would just be like, I don't know, not take anything seriously. Like also how I said my mom like makes me finish things. Like I like that I have that trait also.
Right.
Because it's gonna help me.
Yeah, absolutely. So where do you see yourself after so you become black belt and you become you know, an Elevate performance coach,
Mm-hmm.
then what?
I can even like, I can still continue to do karate. Open up maybe another location.
Okay.
Or like
Under
out of
you.
town. Yeah, it can go anywhere because I mean karate is really a lot of people do it. I know there's a couple locations here,
Right.
and we have been going on for since my grandpa was
Right.
young. So it's like really also like word of mouth really for our dojo.
Okay.
Like a lot of people, it's really the same people that
Right.
stay with us till they get their black belt,
Right.
and it's like their family members, people they know, people from school, and that's how we do it. So if I can even open like one over there or open up my own like place like
Right.
Elevate, and that's what I want to do.
Right.
Mm.
So yeah, that it goes hand in hand. You know, you got to be fit to do the performance, especially if you want to go black belt. You know, you got an hour and a half of training.
So I've
You know,
been running.
nonstop of fighting.
Yeah.
And are they girls you're fighting, or are they guys? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But
What?
this one, everybody wants. My uncle wants to fight me. My mom, they all want to fight me for my black belt. Like,
Really?
Yeah, they want to get in there.
Oh, so basically they want to tap you, but
Yeah.
legally, legally tap you.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
And then like for like 10 minutes I have to be blindfolded, and or not 10 minutes, but like in the last 10 minutes, like for like 2 minutes I'm blindfolded, 2 minutes I have like no hands. I have to just like
There's
so I use
limitations.
sound, only different senses, and then I have to be on the ground. I have to learn
Really?
to drop, yeah. And then 3 people come. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Basically
crazy.
just
That's
getting
intense.
jumped, yeah.
That's intense. So
Mhm.
yeah, so what else would you like to tell the people, you know, that listen on the Elevate podcast, that work out at Elevate, that are thinking about on the fence about coming to Elevate? What's your take? What's your take? What do you tell the people? What do you
Just
tell
do
the
it.
young athletes in Laredo?
Just do it. I mean, it's going to help you so much growing in your sport and even outside of your sport, like in life. Like, it teaches you a lot of things, like consistency, for example. I mean, you're not going to become better if you're training once a week, twice a week, and you're relying on that, or you're just relying on, I don't know, your high school coaches, or just running on, if you're a runner, just practicing when you need to. You need to putting in, like, extra work as well, because you're never going to become far if you just do what you think is okay. Like, you need to be doing way more. Even pro athletes, like, they're still learning every single day. Like, it's never enough. You just keep going.
Yeah, and you touch on something that that a lot of people in town miss, is that even pro athletes still have their coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know J.J. Watt used to go back to his college coach at Wisconsin, his strength coach, and still train with him. Even he was in the NFL, and they provide trainers for you. They provide strength coaches for you. And he would go back to Wisconsin, and he would sleep on the couch or on the floor. He'd buy a mattress and sleep in his strength coach's floor there, so he could train with him.
Oh.
Yeah, and you hit a very, very, very good point, which is everybody needs a strength coach.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. I don't care at what level you're at the highest level, in the high school level. The problem is when you get impersonators. That's where the problem gets.
Yeah.
That, you know, you got these people opening up, you know, places that are, you know, high school coaches that have zero business doing that. They were ex-football coaches, they're in high school. They're dealing with high school. They need a coach. You know, it's a big difference with strength training.
With experience. Like
Yeah,
you and
yeah.
Lindsay, you both did everything. I mean, Lindsay ran Team USA. Like, that's the best you're gonna get here in Laredo. Like,
yeah.
Elevate, it has so many. Like, you guys are so experienced and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and there's special operators that we worked with that we can't really talk about, law enforcement undercover agents that we work with that, you know, we can't talk about. But there's a lot of people that we talked about, and if you ever come to Elevate, we do have some of the flags up in the, you know, hanging that, you know, of canines. You know, one of my clients, I fixed his shoulder. He messed up his shoulder doing jiu-jitsu, and I did it. I fixed his shoulder, rehabbed him, got him right. And he's like, hey, I want to give you this coin, this medal that the U.S. Marines gave me when my brother got killed. Him and his dog got killed, and he gave me the flag, and he gave me the coin
Really?
that the U.S. Marines gave him and his
Wow.
family. They gave all his family. He goes, thank you for fixing my shoulder, and he gave it to me. And yeah, I have it at the house, but
That's awesome.
it's crazy. Like, you know, I don't want to get into it right quick, but you know, these banners that we have up, I've got friends who've got shot in the head, lost their eyes, and we work with everybody, anyone who wants to perform at a higher level. That's who we work with, and
to get better.
yeah,
Better yourself.
and it's it's to make best version of yourself, and yeah.
Mhm.
So, lastly, finishing up here, Alyssa, what's the last thing you want to say?
Just, never give up. I mean, it might get hard, right? But you just have to keep on going. Once you have a goal, you don't stop until you reach that goal. It's going to help you in everything, and anybody can do it. You just got to put in the work.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. So you got to be able to do that. That's right. She's talking truth right there. She's dropping all kinds of bombs on you, Danny, that some people won't even understand what they are,
Mhm.
because they don't get it. They don't get
Mhm.
it. They think, just going to go on talent alone. Well, guess what? Talent alone's not going to get you where you want to be.
Hard work beats talent.
When talent doesn't work. Absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. Like I said, we don't charge anything for any of this. It's not subscribe only, subscription based. Hey, like it, subscribe to it, and put
Mhm.
us out there.
Share it.
Put us out there, share it. Let the
Instagram,
people know. Instagram,
TikTok.
all those social platforms. Yeah, definitely put it out there. Let us know what it's all about. Definitely make comments on what you like to hear next, or who you like to hear next, or
Mhm.
we do work with a lot of people. We do have a lot of kids right now, a lot of athletes that are that are under construction that you're going to see on TV one day. We've got kids that have gone through the program and are doing really well. And then we have, this summer, we have a lot of,
Speed class.
speed classes, a lot of running.
Vertical.
Let us know who you want to listen to. I know we got some guys lined up, some pro boxer. I don't know. Danny's talking over there some crazy stuff. So we got some pro athletes coming in to talk to us and do a little throw down with Danny. Put him on his back and see if he can escape. But yeah,
I'm sure you listen to those too.
No, yeah, definitely.
Just getting started.
Yeah, it's I want to say thank you, Alyssa, for your time, and thanks for coming in. Thanks for doing this, and I hope that the kids, the athletes at your alma mater listen to this and see how far you can get. I mean, you're only starting. You're just beginning. You haven't even started working 100% in what we do, and you're learning it all. And what I can tell you is, you're learning all what you need to do to be the best that you can be. And the knowledge that we're bringing to you, just absorb it all.
Yes.
And you're going to be
Thank you.
You're going to be great one day.
Thank you, George.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate it. And we're out. Get you some.